尊敬的各位来宾、女生们、先生们，现场的所有球迷朋友们，大家晚上好！大家好，我是今天的主持人川南，非常荣幸可以站在这里和大家共同见证首届亚洲大学生篮球联赛 AUBL 的开幕仪式。Well, good evening, everybody. I'm your host, and my name is Joey. It's my honor to witness the opening ceremony of the very first Asian University Basketball League with you tonight. 亚洲大学生篮球联赛是一项由 AUSF 亚洲大学生体育联合会授权主办的开创性区域大学篮球赛事。我们汇聚了亚洲最顶尖的高校篮球队伍。The Asian University Basketball League is a groundbreaking regional collegiate basketball event authorized and hosted by AUSF, the Asian University Sports Federation. 我们的联赛由中国、韩国、日本等国家及地区的顶尖高校共同参与，旨在将亚洲高校体育文化推升至全新的高度。The league gathers the finest university teams from China, Korea, Japan, and beyond. All united elevates Asian university sports culture to a new height. 那么，首届 AUBL 亚洲大学生篮球联赛来到了我们的杭州滨江体育馆来进行举办。And now, as the inaugural Asian University Basketball League tips off right here in Hangzhou Binjiang Gymnastic. 现在呢，接下来还请全场的观众，现在我们要进入到一个特别时刻了，需要大家共同的配合。我们请全场观众现在起立，有请，让我们一起面向主席台上方赛事举办国国旗，并奏唱赛事举办国国歌。Please rise and face the national flag above the main stage for the national anthem of the host country. 接下来演奏 AUSF 亚洲大学生体育联合会会歌。Next, please join me for the Asian University Sport Federation anthem. 谢谢，感谢大家的配合，请有序落座。Thank you for your cooperation. Please take a seat. 那么，相信大家在我们的震撼的开场秀的时候，都已经感受到并且注意到了，在我身边这座金灿灿的奖杯，它象征着至高无上的荣誉。I'm sure the dazzling opening light show has already been catch your eyes. Right beside me, stand right here is the 2025 Asian University Basketball League Trophy. 那么它接下来将会在 后面的7天时间里，和大家共同见证亚洲最顶尖的大学篮球运动员们激烈的热血对决。And for the next 7 days, we will be right here with you, bearing witness the airy, electrified battles among those Asia's very best university players. So, which team will enter the contest and ultimately lift this covered prize? 那我们就更加期待了，到底是哪些顶尖的大学球队会在接下来的7天时间里面相聚在这里，激烈的厮杀、拼搏、竞技，去赢得至高荣誉的我们的奖杯呢？那么接下来就让我们共同用热烈的掌声，有请参赛球队震撼登场。首先登场的是日本体育大学 Nippon Sports Science University。掌声欢迎球员入场。接下来登场的是俄图根大学 ，Let's welcome Atugan University。接下来欢迎政治大学 ，Let's welcome 政治 University。接下来，让我们欢迎延世大学 ，Let's welcome Yonsei University。让我们欢迎太原理工大学。Let's welcome 太原 University of Technology。 我们欢迎上海交通大学。Let's welcome Shanghai 交通 University。接下来登场的是北京大学 ，Welcome Beijing University。下面登场的是建国大学 ，Let's welcome Congo University。最后登场的是浙江大学 ，Let's welcome 浙江 University。好，感谢大家，也请大家再次用热烈的掌声欢迎在场的所有运动员。 希望他们在接下来的7天比赛里打出好的成绩。Thank you everyone. Let's give all the athletes a round of applause. Wish them the best luck in their upcoming games in the next 7 days. 接下来我们请场上的球员与其他球队的所有球员，我们共同聚拢，并自由站立。请在场的摄影师来到正前方，拍摄这一属于亚洲大学生凝结狂欢与宝贵的时刻。And now all the players on the court, please feel free to spread out and stand among players from other teams. Please look up on the main stage to the camera. Let's capture this precious moment of unity and celebration for the Asian University students. 全场所有人再次热烈的掌声尖叫，欢迎所有球员登场！感谢今天到场的所有球迷的鼎力支持。大家现在今天晚上跟我们共同见证的是首届亚洲大学生篮球联赛的揭幕仪式。这是一个非常具有里程碑意义、历史性意义的时刻，很开心能跟在场的所有观众共同见证。在未来的7天当中，我们将会见证到非常多精彩的比赛。这些顶尖大学生球员们将会把他们的活力、高超的球技带到大家的面前。谢谢，再次的感谢大家。哇，我们刚才在所有球员出场的过程当中，感受到了大家的火热。Thank you for all the applause, cheers to the players. I think they are already exciting for the next games. Alright， 我也是一样，我非常激动的能够站在这里。那在这里呢，也借这个机会感谢我们的各位合作伙伴对赛事的鼎力支持。Now we would like to express our gratitude to all our partners for your support. None of this could ever been happens without your support. 在这里呢，接下来我们要感谢 AUBL 2025亚洲大学生篮球联赛官方主赞助商夸克及官方主赞助商康师傅冰红茶，感谢。同样感谢官方装备与比赛用球合作伙伴安德玛 （Under Armour），感谢官方指定行业合作伙伴领先体育、固联医疗、金陵体育、极客汽车，感谢官方票务合作伙伴大麦，感谢赛事公益合作蔡崇信公益基金会以及姚基金。大家请用一波掌声感谢我们所有的合作伙伴对本次赛事的大力支持，谢谢。同时呢，我们也感谢官方和媒体合作伙伴对我们赛事的大力支持。本次赛事将会在优酷体育、咪咕视频、腾讯体育、直播吧、中国青年报、 同步直播。我们的海外观众呢，也可以在海外的电视台伙伴可以去收看。我们会在 RTHK、CSPark、PSM、Ball Media、未来电视台、Video Land 同步观看直播。同时，我们也感谢官方内容媒体合作伙伴微博体育、小红书、得物，搜索并关注 AUBL， 关注更多的赛事精彩内容。好了，接下来呢，我们想要借着这个机会呢，也要感谢今天出席到现场的各位领导嘉宾。我希望大家用热烈的掌声，跟我们一起欢迎各位领导嘉宾的到来。首先，让我们掌声欢迎亚洲大学生体育联合会主席、教育部学生体育协会联合秘书处秘书长、中国学生体育联合会主席兼秘书长刘立新，欢迎。欢迎您，掌声欢迎亚洲大学生篮球联赛组委会主任李锦天，欢迎。欢迎浙江省教育厅体育卫生与艺术教育处处长唐玲丽，欢迎。欢迎杭州市滨江区人民政府副区长于林芳，欢迎。欢迎杭州市滨江区文化和广电旅游体育局党组书记高德宏，欢迎您。欢迎杭州市滨江区文化和广电旅游体育局局长宣苏兰，欢迎。欢迎浙江省省篮球协会副主席向新全，欢迎。欢迎杭州市教育局高等教育处副处长蔡宇冠，欢迎。欢迎杭州市体育局竞技体育处副处长徐海东，欢迎。欢迎杭州文化广播电视集团编委、杭州电视台青少体育频道负责人王宁，欢迎。欢迎蔡崇信公益基金会秘书长李海士，欢迎。掌声欢迎杭州体产体育赛事运营管理有限公司董事长韩健，欢迎您。再次热烈掌声欢迎所有领导嘉宾的到来，谢谢。那么从今天开始啊，我们正式的开幕了，到20号。我们3天的时间里呢，我们首先将要进行到的是小组赛的比赛，4个小组将会在3天之内决出8强。从22号开始，我们将进行到非常残酷的单败淘汰赛了，只有赢球才可以继续的前进。让我们期待在24号的决赛夜上，哪支球队会得首届 AUBL 的冠军呢？让我们拭目以待吧。Well, from August 18th to 20th. The group stage will unfold as team competes in group stage of one of 8 spots in the quarterfinals. Starting on August 22, we move on to the single elimination quarterfinals, where one lose means end of the journey. That's just crazy. Well, let's look forward to the exciting championship finals on August 24. Let's see where the first ever AUBL champion will be crowned. 让我们来共同期待，到底是哪支球队可以夺得最后的冠军了。好了，首届亚洲大学生篮球联赛能够顺利的进行举办，真的非常再次的感谢今天来到现场的所有的合作伙伴、所有的嘉宾，更加要感谢是在屏幕前收看我们、支持我们以及全场的所有的球迷朋友们，再次谢谢大家。谢谢，掌声送给你们自己。接下来，我们的比赛马上开始，我们的球场交给那些球员们。
History starts now here at AUBL. We are live here at Bingjang Gymnasium. It's Taylor Chen and Ben Ibrahim on the broadcast, giving you live, exciting, thrilling basketball here in Hangzhou City, the city for AI innovation and cultural heritage. Right now is the final game of Game 1. It's going to be Zhejiang University up against Konkuk University. Ben, how are you feeling? We're at the end of day 1.
That's right. No, I mean, thank you, Taylor. Great introduction. I'm feeling really, really good, actually. It's been a very, very exciting day because after all the talk, after all the build-up, after all the planning, we are finally here, and we've executed 3 games. 2 games were very, very close. 1 game was a blowout, but the effort by these university collegiate students has been nothing short of spectacular, giving it their all for their university, for themselves and their families, and that's what university basketball is all about, and long may that continue right here at the AUBL 2025. And the opening ceremony, like I said before we introduced the opening ceremony event itself, it is something that will stay with the players forever, regardless whether they finish 1st or 12th.
Yeah, we finally got an overview of all 12 players on the court. And again, you know, talking about the backing for AUBL and its potential, you have, you know, the likes of Zhou Cai's company investing. You got Yao Ming's foundation backing, as well as the Under Armour. Now, you see these uniforms, they were specially designed for this particular tournament, so we got to see some really amazing colors, or kits, as some people throughout the world like to call it, as we'll be shortly naming off for having our player introductions very shortly. But, you know, had a little bit of a delay in game as we had our opening ceremony. Again, you know, gotta show out all the players and really give them that platform that they all deserve.
Absolutely, and, you know, I mean, players really, really pumped up about this one. I mean, the first day, it's not easy because you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. But a little bit more waiting as the lights go out, as Frank, our master of ceremonies, will walk us through the player introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, 女士们、先生们，第一天比赛最后一场比赛就在今晚，你们准备好了吗 ？Ladies and gentlemen, now it's the players and coach of both teams. 首先介绍建国大学代表队 ，The first is Yangtze University. Number 1， 第一号，林正儒。
Number 14, 14号 Park Ki-yong. Number 23, 23号 Song Kao-mi. Number 31, 31号 Lee Chu-shou. Number 35, 35号 Freddie Bobby. 建国大学主教练 Head Coach 黄俊成。第一助理教练 The first assistant coach 文佑柱，掌声欢迎建国大学代表队。Ladies and gentlemen， 女士们、先生们，接下来为大家介绍浙江大学代表队。Now introduce the 浙江 University Number 0 0号曹思杰。Number 2 2号刘秋实 Number 6 6号邵鹏宇 Number 7 7号张昭宁 Number 8 8号刘凯博 Number 11 11号徐子明 Number 13 13号姚宇航 Number 15 15号牛彦博 Number 16 16号丁晓峰 Number 22 22号王鑫 Number 25 25号袁海洋 Number 34 34号张轩瑞 浙江大学主教练 Head Coach 马维平 第一助理教练 The First Assistant Coach 何浩天，掌声送给浙江大学代表队。请双方队员相互致意 ，Both teams chant greetings。同时感谢本场比赛球童来自蔡崇信基金邀请的球童们，谢谢你们，并向观众致意 ，and thanks to spectators。
With the fans, looks like it's a pretty great turnout for a Monday night.
Almost a full house, just short of 5,000 people. That's the full house of this stadium at the Bingjiang Gymnasium in Hangzhou, China, for all of you watching live around the world. History starts now. That is the tagline. And we are over 46 seconds away from tip-off between these two universities. One from the People's Republic of Korea, one from the People's Republic of China, the home team, Hangzhou.
Just a reminder, this is 3 days of group play with a Thursday off. Top 2 teams from each group will advance to the quarterfinals, as we have our referees right now, Julian Scott, Alan Moronila, as well as Oliver Angeles. Again, having referees from all around the world with plenty of experience, PBA, G League, CEBL, you name it. Again, this is what AUBL likes to dub itself as Asia's March Madness.
Well, let's hope that madness continues forever and ever. That is the starting 5 for this Congo University team. And Freddie Nbuye from Congo, the international student, will start.
So we have the local team, the starting 5, 0, Cao Sijie, 13, Yao Yu Huang, as well as the other fellow players, including number 34, Zhang Xunrui, number 16, Ding Xiaofen, as well as 25, Ren Haiyan. As we have Julian Scott as the crew chief in today's game now. We have a foreign student for Konkuk University, that is number 35, Freddie Mboye. Moved to Korea when he was 16 years old, so he speaks fluent Korean. Pretty impressive stuff.
And fluent French, too.
Yeah.
So he will jump it up against the very big and strong Chong Xue. This will be interesting. Tall versus brawn. Full house, almost. Here we go. Tip off. And won by Shuai Rui.
Now we have the fans here at Bingjiang University. They got their little noisemakers at hand, and a misfire pass to Mboye leads to Zhejiang University's first turnover. Coming in hot, Zhejiang putting pressure on defense. There's a high screen run by Mboye.
He rolled to the rim.
Too short there. Zhejiang University trying to get the board with no avail. First goal made by Konkuk University thanks to number 1 Kim Jun-young.
That was a good screen set by Freddie. He just rolled to the rim, but I thought they should have utilized him a little bit more, but they went for the bank shot to recover. So good start, but you've got to use your big man to full effect.
I definitely like the local players taking the gamble, but we'll see more action from the Konkuk's foreign big in Mboye, and we see fearless leader Kim Jun-young now to Mboye.
Mboye kicks out. Out again.
10 seconds left on the shot clock. Pump fakes, and here's number 7 with the ice cream cone scoop. Number 7, Yo Chan Young, but here's a coast-to-coast pass. Kick out from the corner. No good there.
A lot of rush offense by the Zhejiang University team. They've got to be a bit more patient, select their shots a lot better. Freddie and Zheng Shuai just contesting to bring those rebounds down. It's a good contest at the moment between the two big men.
It's Deng Xunrui's first personal foul.
Let's look at this, look at that. Yep, using broad and length. One's got a bit more length, one's got a lot more broad. Shoots for the triple.
Catch and shoot, off the mark. Try to make the call, no answer. Once again, Kim with possession. Rotate through, here's the jumper, oof. Airmail express there.
Got to use Freddie more off the roll. He's setting the screen quite well, setting those picks. He's rolling to the rim, he's open. You got to utilize him a lot more if you're Konkuk University.
Ran at the top with a hand off to Yao Yuhuang. There's a crossover. Having a tough time though, Yo Chen Yang on him like white on rice. Now it's Mbuye up against Zhejiang's big. And there's a buzzer beater. That is not going to count though.
Shot clock violation, so that's a good call by the referee, or the referees. They stuck to the rules, stuck to the guns, all good. I'm telling you, Taylor, that was this Zhejiang University offense looks extremely, extremely rushed. And what Konkuk University is doing, as we've seen in the other two Korean teams today, they like to press. They like to do that full court press and just press up on you. So again, can that last the full 4 quarters? As it didn't with some of the second game today, because they ran out of gas, but they did win just.
Yeah, and something that I want to bring up that we kind of spoken, but it hasn't necessarily applied to the players, is actually the stadium in itself. There's no AC on the court right now, what we're experiencing right now, so that might have an effect on certain players who aren't used to the heat within a gymnasium.
This is quite warm at the moment. Temperatures are quite high. Lost the handle. Trying to look for the opening again.
Comes in for the reset with a curl, but no good. A shot made by Chung Ki-hyung. Goes back to Zhejiang University.
Konkuk just trying to be a bit more consistent. They're pressing well.
On the top for the 3. Off target though, back to Konkuk.
They can't hit shots. So Freddie with the high screen, they've got to utilize Freddie. I've said that a few times. He is their big man. Good screen set by Freddie. Gets to the rim, but they elect to drive.
Double drive, switch off from the left to the right, but can't get the shot in. Here's a coast to coast, and a beautiful finish made by Zhejiang University.
That gets the crowd going. Again, that mistake, because they lost possession because of not using the roll. They've got to use that roll.
Shot made by Ding Xiaofen. That's Zhejiang's first field goal. Took them 3.5 minutes to be on the board. That shot was way too high, but second shot is a go for Konkuk University.
One thing that I noticed about this Konkuk University team, even though they're a little bit shorter than their opponents here today, really, really good on the putbacks, really good on the second chance efforts. And if you look at the stats at the moment, second chance efforts, they're doing much better than Zhejiang University in that department.
They're pretty comparable in size, but as you said, they're getting a little bit more control of the boards. 7-4 in rebounds, as we have carry and a sub coming in for Zhejiang University. That's going to be at number 6, Shao Puoyu, for number 12.
So the coach of Konkuk should be pretty happy with what he's seeing at the moment. There's a lot of effort there. It's a low-scoring game currently, but they've got to use their bigs to their, really athletic bigs to their utility. And Freddie Mbuye, he's class.
Yeah, as of right now, he's creating good spacing, but they haven't utilized him as much as they could. Number 5, Kim, driving in for the Hail Mary 2, but that lands into the hands of number 34, Zhang Shenrui.
Zhejiang shot selection will be critical in the next couple of minutes, in the next 1 minute in this quarter, because they haven't found that rhythm. They've only hit 1 basket. They thought they hit another basket earlier, but it was shot clock violation. Goes inside.
Tao trying to drive in from the wing, but there's solid defense. Both teams struggling to close out here. Here's a coast-to-coast pass. and a skip and a hop, and there you go. Kiss off the glass into the basket. 6-4 score.
Good move. That's much better, more aggressive. And they are applying the press right now to Kongguk, who is sort of trying to find their rhythm and their consistency.
Yeah, and a check on the score. Score is now tied, and the only shots made have been by number 16, Ding Xiaofen, as referee calls foul. And there will be free throw shots at the line.
Let's have a look right here. Bounce pass in transition. That's where they were good. And Kongguk did not expect that. So Kongguk relying on certain plays and tricks at the moment, which is working. But if they're not careful, they can be found out.
Kim Jun-young at the line. He's now scores 3 points in this game. Now I'm seeing the hustle in Freddie Mboye. Typically, the bigs are not going to be very fast going back and returning from defense, offense, and vice versa. But so far, Mboye, I think because he's been in the system for so long, he's really integrated himself really well.
I agree. Kim Jun-young gets those pair of free throws to go to give Kongguk the extended lead. I agree with you what you just said, Taylor. Not super mobile bigs, you know, big and strong and powerful and brawny. But the Kongguk team like to run it.
Absolutely. We'll see starting off again at Zhejiang University's possession, number 14, Bak Kyung, with applying pressure there. Resetting the offense. Number 8 gets the catch and shoot, and nothing but net for number 8, Liu Kaibo. And number 34, Zhang Xuanrui gets the assist. What a dish. Liu
Kaibo, great shot by the sports graduate or the sports undergraduate student at the moment. There's a few of them in this team. Now they've got to get their shooters into the game.
That's what we like to see here. Freddie Mboye.
What did I tell you? Get him into the game. He's big, he's strong, he's solid.
He bodies up really well up against Zhang Xuanrui, because 34, he's quite a tank himself too.
Exactly, you know, but Freddie's got that length and got that reach.
Yes, absolutely.
And in terms of rebounding, I mean, no disrespect, unless something happens, you would expect Freddie to out-rebound. Let's have a look at this replay. And then bit of a sell right there.
Some theatrics, a little bit.
That's been happening in any tournament, really.
But hey, there's no disrespect anywhere. You know, this is all good fun, good competition here at Binjiang Gymnasium as we pan over to number 7, Yo Chan-young, as we have free throws for Zhejiang.
It'd be interesting, Taylor, to see, like, you know, how they get their shooters into the game, because we haven't really seen much shooting action apart from that one three-pointer by Zhejiang earlier.
Yeah.
And you know what? Shooting down the stretch, that has been proved to be the pivotal difference. Just in general, you know, if you're loaded with some decent shooters, you've got a chance to win games.
Yeah, again, both teams struggling to close out those shots, including that 3, and the putback was too short there. Hook shot, though, he lands it.
Good hustle, really, really good hustle. That's all I'm going to say about that.
10-8, Jung Ki-hyung now logging in 4 points in this game. There's a switch off target. There's a second chance opportunity. Oh, there we go. Kiss off the glass into the net.
They got the shooters, Zhejiang. So what Kongguk has to do is just close out their shooters and contest.
Ding Xiaofen on the stats line, you see scoring 4 points and 1 rebound. Here comes the long 2 by Kongguk, thanks to Chen Ki-hyung.
Chen Ki-hyun for the elbow jumper. That was a good one for the midi. Looks like the shooters are really coming out to play tonight, Taylor, very slowly.
They heard us talking. We got telepathic powers over them right now.
And let's have a look at this replay here. Catch and shoot. And nice. That's a nice drop for the deuce.
I'm liking the movement that Kongguk is making. Great spacing, as we just saw in that last shot made. As we have some subs coming into the game. Zhejiang's possession with 13 seconds left from the baseline. See if we can find the catalyst in Zhejiang, and yes, we do. Into the bank it goes.
They love the bank. They really, really love those bank shots. And you know what? Kongguk's got to do something about that. Got to close them out. Go man to man.
Here we go, Freddie Mboye up against Zhang. It's man-to-man bully ball here, and beautiful finish made by the Freddie Mboye.
Freddie Mboye, merci beaucoup, he says. You can body up on me, but I'll just fend you off and use my power, and that's what he did.
Yeah, he was the NBC's MVP for good reason, as there's a turnover from Zhejiang. Let's see if Kongku makes them pay, and certainly they do. So you see on the stats line, Zhejiang with 4 turnovers. Head coach is going to call for a much-needed timeout here.
Excellent move right there as he took it to the right. I thought he should have dished it back, but he had the courage to go up and lay it up and in. Really, really strong move, and that's why they call for a timeout. Coach Ma Wei Pang called for a timeout, and they're going to have the time to think about that. So really good game here, Taylor.
Yeah.
Really, really good game, and actually, you know what? It's quite similar in some ways, but with shooters, to the second game that we called today.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, seeing Konkuk really hustle, and they're playing with a lot of confidence. Not as of right now, momentum could really be swinging both ways, either to Zhejiang or the men in white. With big thanks to Freddie Mboye. Again, he was a little bit more reserved. They didn't give him the ball as much, but once the possession went to him, we saw things moving and shaking on the Konkuk side.
Definitely, definitely, and like what the coaches of the Congo team, they've got to right now they've got to push, sort of spread out the load a bit and see how they can rotate the bench. The bench will be so important. Guys coming on, contributing some minutes here and there. Okay, not everybody's gonna have minutes that they want, but hey, you know what? That's what wins you basketball games.
Absolutely. We're seeing a couple of VIPs or special entities here at Binjiang Gymnasium. We're going to have even more special people coming and making their appearances throughout the week here at Binjiang Gymnasium. As we start off after the call timeout made by Zhejiang, 16-12 Konkuk. The 2-possession lead. Only a 2-possession lead, though. Anything could happen. Here's number 8, Liu Kaibo. There's long 2, air mails it.
Good D, very, very good D to block that shot. And right now they're transitioning their offense.
There's a screen, downhill drive, they reject it. They take the gamble. Here's the 3. Mboye ready to get the board. As we don't have number 34, Zhang, on the court. Mboye has number 18, Zhao Wenze, to go up against as they launch a missile now, 19-12.
Kim Tae-kyun with that big 3, and to really open up a 7-point lead right now for Kongo.
At the wing, Nyo to the top. From the corner. Shot clock, 1.1 seconds. The Hail Mary shot is too strong. Couldn't find the golden pot at the end of the rainbow. Shot clock violation.
Excellent, excellent defense by Kongo, and Coach Ma Wei Pang is a little bit, he doesn't know how to handle this at the moment. He's a bit frustrated with his plays, not sticking to the game plan. But if Kongo can keep going and get some good open shots, they're starting to warm up and heat up at the moment, Taylor, so yeah, that's an advantage.
And they were quick to do it within a quarter alone, versus some of the teams, it took them a whole quarter, maybe a whole half, to make those adjustments. Number 5, 4, 3, and that's going to be Kim Tae-kyun. But here we go, second chance. No, but there's a third potentially. But no, Zhejiang passes it off, misfires to Kim. Let's see, there's a long 2 from the charity stripe. Again, we're still seeing moments of Konkuk not being able to close out, getting those shots in, getting some insurance. 17 seconds on regulation, 13 for the end, 1 for Zhejiang University. That's number 16, Ding Xiaofeng.
Xiaofeng with a great shot as he hits the deck. Let's have a look at this right here. Is this the replay? It is. Sticking with it, rise up and shoot as he pulls it for the deuce and gets the extra potential, the 3-point play coming up very, very shortly for this young man.
14.7 seconds left. Neither team's in the bonus, so I would say that would, as I like to call it, I love calling it, it's a ticky-tacky foul from Konkuk's side. Didn't have to make it. But hey, he missed that shot. So Konkuk will take it as the clock continues to tick. Here's Kim passing it on to the wing. That is Kim also.
Gotta take the
Swinging
shot.
around, 1 second left. Ooh, misses the mark, hits the rim, and just like that, first quarter just blows by. Score now 19-14. Low scoring affair for all of the games that we're witnessing besides the Hong Kong game, but exciting stuff that we're seeing here at Bingchong Gymnasium.
19-14 they lead, and you know Konkuk were the better team and the faster team to come out of the blocks and hit the baskets. And then after that they were just like, in my opinion, they were not using Freddie as much as they should, but now they have, and he's very strong size and athletic, you know, powerful player. But they're using a lot more shooting right now. In terms of Zhejiang, they're a good team, but they just got to be more consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I think as of right now, the strategy to get a further lead in this game is to give the ball to Mboye. He's been very effective in moving the ball and creating plays.
Well, in terms of Zhejiang, they've only hit one big three, you know, one big three-point and one three-pointer each. So, but more attempts by the Konkuk team. But the Konkuk team, they are the better shooting team. Free throws are pretty similar. Rebounds, well, Konkuk is doing much better and sort of sharing the ball a lot better and putting up, you know, that press. That's why they've got the 3 steals, and they've just got to turn it into. I mean, it's again. I know it may sound a little bit cliche, but who's going to be more consistent in the next 3 quarters? The pressure is on Zhejiang though, because you know they've got a hometown crowd, and this crowd is a little bit disappointed at the moment where they're seeing a lot of silence in the stadium.
They've been pretty dead quiet. I mean, you see the little noisemakers waving around, but they are quiet. They're expecting to see more out of their home team. Again, Zhejiang is of Hangzhou City, as we see some moving highlights again with Freddie Mboye. Now he is from Congo. He's got a Congo nationality, but he is considered a local player for Konkuk University.
Yeah, good guy, Freddie Mboye. This whole team, just a bit of a fun fact here, Taylor. This whole team of Konkuk University, from 1 to 35, they're all studying health science. How funny is that? So you know what? 6 points by that man, number 11, Chen Ge-hyun. So a lot of contributions from all around the court or their roster. And like I said earlier, Zhejiang University need to find that consistency that Konkuk has got at the moment.
Hey man, you said health and science majors. I wonder if they ate enough of their Wheaties, and that's why they're getting the lead right now. 19-14, we're kicking off the second quarter. Again, game 4 of day 1. This is Group A play. Zhejiang only behind by 2 possessions. Here's the baseline pass to Kim for 3, and it's good.
Splash down 3 from the corner. That's what I said. Konkuk, they've got the range, they've got the flow. They've just got to bring it more. But for Zhejiang, close out.
Yeah, that was a very effective catch and release made there. And Zhang coming back into the game, drawing a foul off of Konkuk. It's going to be Mboye.
Let's look at this replay here. This big man drew the double team, and he's been solid for them. Really big unit. But he's been, you know, between the two, him and Freddie, the contest. Freddie's winning that contest at the moment, but early days yet.
Great outlet pass. Beautiful reverse finish for Zhejiang. That's going to be number 16, Ding Xiaofen. And turnover leads to a potential touchdown made by 25, Ren Haiyang.
A 4-point swing by Zhejiang University. Good, excellent press. And that was just all about pressing and not giving up and taking their foot off the gas. So they've got to do that more. Look at the lead. They're only down by 4.
Coming out of that quick break into the second quarter, Zhejiang still behind by 4 points. Bodies hit the floor now as the whistle comes.
Well, this is what we're seeing. Battle-hardened basketball here, Taylor. Both teams really want it. Both teams really want to get the win on the opening day. And don't forget, these 2 teams have been like sort of strutting around the hotel, really waiting for this game to happen. Let's look at this.
Yeah.
Ooh, fortunately, nobody majorly injured, but
Of course.
got to be a little bit careful down tonight.
We're really seeing the physicality that typically we see out of, again, universities from the region of China. Looks like he bad tweak to the shoulder. That's going to be number 23 or 13, Yao Yuhuang. So he'll be leaving the court. Let's see if he's actually going to the locker room. He's bent over, out of shape, unfortunately, as we have number 14, Pak Kyung, logging into the game.
Pak Kyung coming on. He's more of a 6th, 7th man in this team. So backup point guard, shooting guard. So see what effect he can do.
Skip hop to Mboye, body bump, effective. Zhang just helpless under the paint. You got Mboye close enough to the basket, and he will get those shots in the paint.
He's good, Freddie, and that's why he was recruited. He's full value for money currently. Turnover.
Loose ball, Konkuk, here we go. Coast to coast, and here is the finish, but couldn't connect. There's foul calls, though.
Looks like the Konkuk team is the happier team. They're happy as Larry at the moment. They're only up by 6, though, so they can't get too carried away. Let's have a look at this replay. Good poke, and which led to the steal by Freddie Mboye, and then got down there, got downstairs, and almost put it away. Right now at the charity stripe, this young man right here puts one away. Pak Kyung, that backup point guard, shooting guard that I told you about.
It's going to be Zhang Shenrui's first personal foul in this game. Now with 11 points on the stats line for him. 26-18. Konkuk managing to distance themselves even further in the second quarter.
Pak Kyung with a pair of free throws. Zhejiang need a basket.
Still with only 4 points in the second quarter. Konkuk just like that brings it back over to their end. There's a high screen run by Mboye. He's gonna dribble, drive in. That rattles in for what looks to be number 1, Kim Jong-un.
Yep, that's right. Kim Jong-un puts that away, and they are rattled at the moment of this speed and transition of this Konkuk team. Look at that defense by Konkuk, committed.
Ooh, around and out it goes, and again, Konkuk controlling the boards thanks to Chung Ki-hyung just now. Now it's Yoo Chen-young. And here's a pass, downhill pass. That time ineffective, though. Zhang swapping it out, and a foul call.
Oh, boy, I thought that steal looked A-okay, but Julian Scott knows a lot better. He had the better view and the better, well, photography of that whole situation. But 50-50 call. Let's have a look at this again. Can we see it? There was a little bit of contact there afterwards, but it looked like he got the clean steal. But you know what? That's a 50-50 call. All good. So timeout call by Konkuk University, and they are playing extremely well. Showing a lot of diversity in that game, Taylor. Shooting, transition, making the steals, leading to basket. It's fantastic to watch.
Yeah, it's been really great content. And to circle back to the referees, again, we love the diversity and the experience from overseas. And so far, we've been pretty content with the calls. Again, there's just some iffy calls here as we have some highlights during our timeout.
What a shot by Kim Tae-kyun to make an impact. And then Freddie just takes the contact and says, thank you very much. Left hand off the glass and in.
I really enjoy watching Freddie Mboye. He's actually kind of a slender big for his position, but he can get very physical, and he can go in tough against Zhang Shenrui. And again, Zhang Shenrui is a tank in itself. So it's been fun to watch. He loved his agility on the court. Again, he transitions really well going from defense to offense.
It's been a good contest between those two, and I hope Chung Shui really improves. 8 points and 3 for 7 for Kim Tae-kyun. But I really want to see the Chung really muscle up and body up on Freddie.
Kick out to the wing, miscommunication there. Trying to put Yo under the spins.
Good D, very good defense.
Ooh, through the legs, bodies hit the floor. That rolls into the hands of Zhang Shenrui. A little bit of a scramble between these two teams. Who's gonna control this possession and call foul on number 1, Kim Jong-un.
And that was physical, but that was a good call by the referee. Hand check foul, so 2 shots for the Zhejiang University team from Hangzhou. Let's have a look here. Good pass up. Yeah, that was contact on the wrist by Kim Jun-young. Couldn't do that. He didn't mean to do that, but it was just, you know, blood rushed to the head sort of thing.
Got a handful of possessions on each end, but have not yet made a bucket until just now. Zhejiang now up to 19 points. Lu Kaibo, 6 points and 1 steal on his stats line so far. Now 7. 26-20, Kongku still with the lead. And Yo Chen-young controlling the gears. Off the wing, here's a skip pass to Kim Tae-kyung, and he nails the basket.
Kim Tae-kyung with a splashdown 3 from the corner. Nobody was guarding him. He was wide open, hit it from deep, and now they've opened up an 11-point lead.
Yeah, now he is 3 for 6 from the perimeter. Number 11, Tung Ki-hyung, getting another board. Fighting for these boards. Zhejiang might have to make those improvements or adjustments in the second half. Here comes a wide open shot made by Kongku.
Another one. That's their second consecutive 3. And they have opened it up from, and they've got big daylight between them and Zhejiang University. A 14-point lead, mainly because of the big 2 trays that they've just hit. And timeout call by Zhejiang University. Time to reset and think about this one on how to get back into this game, Taylor.
Yeah, they busted it wide open like a can of biscuits as we take a look at some of the moving highlights, including Kim Tae-kyung from the corner shot. Nothing but net. He's in his bag, as well as number 7. Great ball movement by Yu Chen-young.
Well, they're moving the ball really well. Their motion offense has been fantastic. You know, moving it around quickly because the bigger guys of Zhejiang University can't keep up, even though they're trying to play man-to-man defense. So I think that's the switch that they've learned. Maybe they can take, maybe Zhejiang University can take a leaf out of, what's this, Shanghai University's book today, and, you know, play the more athletic guys who can stick with this Konkuk University team, because a lot of these Konkuk University teams, they're more like 3 players who are very quick and athletic, move around the court, and once they open, some of them can hit that wide open 3-point shot.
Kim Tae-kyung. Kim Tae-kyung, the lead scorer for Konkuk, has now 14 points on the stats line. He still remains on the court right now, as well as Freddie Mbuye. Again, seeing some moments of greatness from number 35 as we continue on after the called timeout. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Score now 34-20.
Plenty of time left in this quarter to make some impact, but Zhejiang just got to stay confident and at it.
See who's more effective at the ATO. Konkuk getting the boards once again.
Full of running, Konkuk.
Here's Yo. Back to number 14, Bak for 3. Couldn't connect the dots, but still Konkuk's possession as a foul call is made.
Konkuk really speedy in transition, and that's what's hurting Zhejiang University. So are they going to just write it out and see what happens, Zhejiang University, or are they going to make some adjustments? And they bring on number 2, Liu Cho-shur, the man who's studying sports science at his university and sports management as well, a combined degree.
Holding foul with shot clock set to 14 seconds on the clock. Here's the dribble, drive, and a pass. Bait and switch to Mbuye, draws a foul for the triple team.
That's very smart by Freddie Mbuye. He knew that those guys were just drawing on him. He said, okay, why don't you chomp on my up fake? And they did exactly that, fell to the trick. And because of that, Mbuye is at the charity stripe. And let's see how good Freddie, Freddie's free throw skills is. And let's see if he can put it away.
That was Liu Cho-shur's first personal. Coming off the bench immediately. Not the stat that you want to see first on your stats line for this game here. Kungku 34-28 now try to round up to 35. That is quite a form.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bigs don't shoot, and you know what? In this modern day, bigs has to shoot, but it's a WIP for him. Can he get 1 out of 2 here? Oh, he banks it. He banks it. Smart move.
He just needed to shake the first one out of the way. That went way too high there.
Well, I've seen bigs with very unorthodox shooting tactics or technique from the free throw line, so if it banks in, it works. It banks in, it works.
Ball gets squibbled out. Kungku will bring it back over. Zhejiang quick to return to defense as well. Here's a kick out, reset, dribble, drive in, and a shakedown by Kim Tae-kyung.
Poor interior defense by Zhejiang. They've got to know that these guys are very good at penetrating and taking it to the cup. Stick with them. Put super glue on them, because if not, they're just going to get more production, and that scoreboard is going to get pretty unhealthy if you're Zhejiang University.
Wang Shi double team now, finding Zhang with the spacing. Too fast for Mbuye in that possession. He gets the bucket for Zhejiang.
Don't think it was too strong or too quick. He's just like caught. Freddie was napping right there, and steam train coming down the lane, but they need that bucket.
There's a hook pass. Yo through the baseline. Sidestepping Zhejiang off mark though. Mbuye gets the board. Offensive board. Second chance opportunity, and the and one for Konkuk University.
Konkuk University absolutely dominating in the paint. If you look at the stats, they've scored more points in the paint than their opponent in blue. Basket is good, and Zhejiang University a little bit shell-shocked of what's going on. Potential three-point play. This man here has got a chance to put that away. They bring on some changes. Can guys like Chao Siu Jie, who's studying management at the university, the agent zero of the team, can he be a difference maker? Not the best shot, the tap, but they get it again, and they keep it alive.
Konkuk, 10 seconds left from the winner chicken dinner for Konkuk. For our number 5, Kim Tae-kyung.
They're turning Zhejiang University into barbecue chicken from the outside, shooting lights out and hot to trot.
Cao Sijie for 3, no good, and that ball gets batted out. Still Zhejiang's ball. Dribble, drive in, and the whistle comes for a foul call on Konkuk.
Yeah, referee Julian called a blocking foul, which was the right call. I thought that was the right one. So it is a 20-point ball game. And are we having a bit of deja vu? Maybe the local home team will make a super strong comeback in the third quarter. You never know, because at the moment, Konkuk, they're running on fumes at the moment, running extremely hard, shooting well.
Baseline pass. Loses the ball out of bounds. Still Zhejiang's possession, with now 11 seconds on the shot clock. We shaved a couple seconds off. With 3 minutes 15 left in the second quarter. Here's Cao Sijie. 7 seconds left on the clock. Counting down now. There's a high screen made by Zhang. Here's the Hail Mary. Oof. Somebody check the air in the stadium.
Yeah, that wasn't a pretty shot, under pressure, but full credit to Konkuk University's perimeter defense. That was really good. And they've been great with that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say Cao Sijie, he was running out of options, so that was his last one, unfortunately. Wasn't a pretty shot, couldn't connect the dots there, as Konkuk University now calls for the timeout.
Well, that's a good timeout call by Konkuk University. I mean, they look really happy at the moment, and that's a scary sight if you ask me, because like anything can happen in the second half. These are young university athletes. You don't want to send a message that they are complacent. Freddie Mbuye is absolutely bullying and bossing Chung Chua Ray in the paint, and it's absolutely good to watch. But you want to see a bit more even parity, but the threes are just dropping here, Taylor, for Konkuk University from the corner, from the wing, from up top, and then they choose to attack. It's amazing. These guys, they are really well conditioned, but I don't want to say anything yet, because every time I say teams who are well conditioned in the third quarter, halfway through the third quarter, they find it tough. Very.
It It seems like you might be jinxing some
No, I mean,
predictions and
seriously,
whatnot.
because to play this brand of basketball, you know, you almost have to be a full-time athlete. You know, like really training at least 2 days. You know, but you know, these are university students. They've got their studies and their commitments on the line as well. But some of them want to become pro, and I hope that they become pro. And hopefully, AUBL 2025 will be a portal for that ambition and dream.
3 minutes left on the clock. We just saw really shortly on the screen, number 5, Kim Tae-kyung, lead scorer for both sides. 14 points logged in. And Yo coming in, shaking off Zhejiang, but he couldn't connect there.
He misses the bunny.
Ball gets battered around, back to Konkuk it goes. Here's a quick pass under scoop, but they're gonna reset here. No foul call in that instance. Backcourt violation for Konkuk.
Good effort, good hustle. Let's have a look at this. Yep. Oh, they thought he was pushed in the back, Tae-kyung, and then it came off. Oh, with a slippery slope.
Yeah. 22 logging off Wang Xing as number 16 Ding Xiaofen returns to the game. 20-point deficit Zhejiang has. Let's see if they can crawl back into this game.
Good block by Freddie.
Ball being kept out of the perimeter. Dribble drive. Shot doesn't count. Foul call on number 11, Xu Ziming.
Bit of animation. They tried to go for the poke from the back to get the steal, but couldn't quite pull that off. That was a foul and reached in and contact with his elbow. Baek-kyung puts that away. He's a long, gangly player, Baek-kyung.
Any fouls made from here on out, 2 minutes, 10 seconds left, and it will be 3 free throws for both teams right now. Zhejiang University, the men in blue, have quite a bit of work to do with these 2 minutes as well as the second half. Here comes Speedy Gonzalez, Xu Ziming, and a shot from the corner hits the side of the board. That's kind of an ugly finder. Here's a reset, around and out. The whistle comes.
And they just can't find that shooting range. Pushing foul, 2 shots, says our referee from the great land of the Philippines. Let's have a look at this replay. The shot was going down and then grabbed it, came down with it, and tried to go for the putback. But Freddie was in front of him and fouled Freddie and sent Freddie to the free throw line.
Yeah, and you see on the stats line at Zhejiang with 6 fouls and Konkuk with 4, and Mboye shaking off that first free throw attempt. He gets the first in for this possession.
Well, he's going to try to do the bank shot again. That's his technique, and it's working. He loves the window. He loves the window of opportunity.
Hey, whatever works, right?
100%.
To the window, to the wall. And we're starting off. Zhejiang kept out in the perimeter. There's a screen run by Zhejiang, and once again, Julian Scott calls foul on number 7, Yo Chun-young. As we have some subs coming in, Zhejiang, a handful of them are returning to the court, including number 6, Shao Po-yu, as well as 34, Zhang Shen-rui.
The confidence of Zhejiang University has dropped extensively. You can see it on their body language, and Konkuk is just trying to take advantage. And it's tough, you know, when the shots are not going down, you know, the bunnies are not going down. So look at that body language by the coach. He's shell-shocked, and he's trying to think about innovative moments and what to do for the last part of the period.
He's definitely more of a reserve, keeping it to himself. He's cool, calm, collected, but I'm sure he's feeling frustrated as, again, this is a home game for Zhejiang University. We see the overall feel and the vibe of the stadium very quiet right now, and for good reason. Look at that double-digit lead that Konkuk has.
Good screen by Freddie. He's rolling to the rim. Use him.
Sidestep 3. No 3 for Konkuk.
Trying to get back and get the steal.
Beautiful crossover, but he loses his handles.
That wasn't pretty.
Yeah, poor handles. Slippery fingers there. As again, we're getting more of the views of Bingjiang Gymnasium.
A lot of celebrities in the house, I must say. Well, local celebrities, which is great to see, attracting the crowd.
Absolutely. As we come on later down in the games, we'll definitely see even more VIPs throughout the competition. And here comes Kim Jun-young taking in the screen, and a beautiful hook pass. Too strong of a shot, but Konkuk gets the board. Again, Konkuk having control here. 12 offensive boards and an and one for Konkuk University. Count it, baby.
Konkuk University with the bucket in the bank, switched on the afterburners, and it was an open house, nobody there for the interior defense. They took full advantage. They've got the step over them. Let's have a look at this. He goes, yeah, thank you very much. You don't want to defend? I'll go at it. And that was a bit late, and he said, the player who committed the foul said, look, I was in legal guarding position, but he was wrong. He jumped. So that's why this man right here, Kim Jun-young, is at the line. He's got 8 points tonight.
Yeah, 8 points and 3 rebounds. We're seeing a pretty even contribution, a relatively contribution amongst the Konkuk, but particularly from number 5, Kim Tae-kyung, with 19 points, leading the scoring for both sides. Zhang Xuanrui with a handoff. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. He's got to make some moves right here, and there's another shot clock violation. We're experiencing quite a few of that. Again, you bring it back to what you said, Ben. Solid defense, putting a lot of pressure on Zhejiang.
The interior defense is solid. It is really, really good. And who said wings can't defend? These guys are really, really defending like no tomorrow. And it's impressive to watch. Mobile, athletic, and guys who've got range as well. So Konkuk in the driver's seat, but will they be in the driver's seat in the third and fourth quarter? Hopefully it's a lot more closer.
We'll see as the first half is winding down to a close with 18 seconds left in regulation. Here's Kim Jun-young.
Shot clock's off.
There's a man-to-man. Trying to put Zhejiang on the spin. Here's the screen, but kicking it off to the wing. There's the drive in. Kick out for number 14, Bak Hyung. And just like that, no score or no bucket made on Konkuk's side. Score now 49-24. Konkuk having control of this game so far in this matchup. Game 4 of Day 1 of AUBL basketball. Ben, your take so far on this game right now?
Well, the stats don't lie. I mean, you know what? They put 30 points in the second period, and you know what? The local team, Zhejiang University, only put 10. So that's massive, and a lot of that was from shooting, that three-point shooting. But you know what? Run it. You know, I love the Konkuk brand. It's of basketball. It's a hybrid of run and gun, but it's also solid defense at the same time. Also solid transition, and also trying to get the pick and roll action. You don't see that a lot with Asian teams. So this is fantastic to see that an Asian team is doing that. And at the moment, they are almost not dominating, but they're ahead in most departments, especially in the assist department, because of that transition, that running, that passing, that gunning, and that shooting. So very, very impressive. They're very fit, but let's just see if the Zhejiang University team can switch it around in the third period and make a run for it.
Absolutely. Well said, Ben, as we head into our little halftime break here at Bingjiang University. Stay tuned for more AUBL. We'll be right back.
谢谢。好，请双方面的镜头一起合影留念。好，谢谢。
We're back here at Binjiang Gymnasium. Taylor Chen here with Ben Ibrahim. Now, talking about the first half of this game, Konkuk University, they had a 30-point blitz up against Zhejiang University in the second quarter, all thanks to the starting five from that side, as including lead scorer for that team, Kim Tae-kyung. For the men in white right now. And, you know, Zhejiang is also, they're a little bit flat. 13 turnovers have been made so far in this game. What are your thoughts on Zhejiang's gameplay right now?
No, it's not pretty at the moment because, you know, they're just getting outrun, to be honest, and the very athletic Konkuk University team. A lot of guys who are playing, you know, sort of combination of those 3-4 positions who are quite tall and lanky. But not only are they tall and lanky, but they can run up the court. Their transition is good. And they're not afraid to press and, you know, make mistakes, get the ball back, dive for those loose balls. And then they can lead to a potential wide open three-pointers. And the three-pointers just rained in the second quarter. And that's why they pushed it up to 30 points. So I'm not saying it's over, but Zhejiang University need to, you know, really, really change their game plan. You know, go man-to-man defense. If they can, I'm not sure if they've got the personnel to do it, really stick with the very quick Konkuk University players and just slow them down. Once you slow them down, maybe you can get some momentum, get a run going, like what Shanghai University did today in the second game, and you never know what can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And something that I want to bring up that wasn't on the stats line was the biggest difference between these two teams is the offensive boards that Konkuk and Zhejiang are making. And Zhejiang is really not doing any favors for themselves. They're not getting themselves multiple or second chance opportunities. As we see in the stats line, they've only made 4 offensive rebounds. Now, whether it's them just giving up that possession or it's Konkuk really controlling the boards offensively and defensively.
Well, 24 rebounds to 15, that's not a pretty stat. And you know what, we have to give credit to, and we said it from the opening beat, well, Freddie Mbuye, he has been the major difference. I'm a little bit, if I'm being frank and honest, I'm a little bit disappointed with how Konkuk is using him or not using him to full utility, because he can set those really hard screens, and you know that is sending shivers down Zhejiang's spine, and they've got to do more of that. If not, Zhejiang can get back into this game. If you've got a good pick and roll player, use that to your full ability. He knows how to roll to the rim. He knows how to slip to the rim, and that's not something that's easy to teach.
Yeah, perhaps this is the opportunity for the local players such as Kim Tae-hyung as well as Yoo-chun Young to really show up and show out. But as of right now, as we take a look at the stats on the screen, 19 points and 1 assist for number 5, Kim Tae-hyung.
Yeah, he's got 1 steal as well, so that's impressive.
Yeah, but again, we'll see if Boye will have more scoring opportunities, if they'll give him those roll-ins to make them buckets as we start off the second half of this game. Zhejiang University behind Konkuk. The shot clock is reset.
That's right. If they can do some backdoor cuts for the Zhejiang University team, I think that's a start.
Yeah, and Zhejiang really struggling to make any buckets from the field. They were really forced to make contested shots. They were 33% from the field, and either that, they had to score when Konkuk University was not paying attention, or when they were off on their rotations. And here's the 2, drawing a foul.
Great interior defense by Konkuk University. That's how you do it. Pack the paint. Don't let them get through, and just, you know, smack them really with your good defense. That's exactly what they've done. Impressive.
That's Zhang Shenrei's another foul called on number 34 for 34 for Zhejiang.
Brings it up now, and let's see what they can do.
Zhejiang got a lot of work to do, and here comes Kim. Trying to find Mbuye in that instance, but he couldn't find the right place or right time, so they reset, and here comes the dribble drive from the left, Yoo-chun Young. But he couldn't connect the dots there, too much juice, and sidestepping around Mbuye, and he will get a chance at the free throw line.
Well, that was a foul committed by Chen Ki-hyun. He's got to be a lot more careful than that. Let's have a look right here. Just came racing and then just weaving around Mbuye, and then smack. You can't do that. You know, that's just simple fouls that you give away. Little things like that will let your opponent back into this game.
And the first one swishes right in for Zhejiang University's own number 16, Ding Xiaofen.
16 points, pretty impressive.
11 points.
11 points, sorry, my bad. .842 to go, and that's good to see that the coach of the Kongguk team not getting complacent, just saying, look, let's keep outletting this and let's keep going. I want to really open up a lead so that they cannot come back to this game.
Yeah, they're still trying to play at their 100%. We do have 3 players still sitting on the bench, have yet to have any minutes on the court, with the regular rotation being rotated in and out pretty consistently thanks to the head coach as the ball gets battered around Kongguk's possession once again.
Good box out right there to really, really box out. And what a 3.
Found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That is another 3 for Kongguk University.
Baekhyung with a triple.
And Zhejiang only having logged in 1 point from a free throw opportunity from Ding Xiaofen. And again, drawing of fouls left and right, and this time it was Mbuye's personal foul. We get 2 shots at the line. Ding Xiaofen, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 for 6 from the field overall.
Make that 12. That ain't a pretty scoreboard, everyone. If you're watching this for the very first time and just joining us, what a scoreboard.
Yeah, Taylor Chen and Ben Ibrahim on the broadcast. And again, we're here at Bingjiang Gymnasium for the entirety of the tournament. And again, Zhejiang is of Hangzhou, so we have the local crowd, but they've been sleeping or taking a nap here. Low energy right now, and as you see the score, 52-26.
Much better physicality, though, by Zhejiang to try to slow down the Kongguk offense. So that's good. If they can keep doing that and do what Kongguk did to them in the first half, transition and then hit them on the break, that'd be good. But I'm not sure if Zhejiang University are that type of team, but gotta find a way back in.
And head coach Hwang Jun-sam giving Kim Tae-kyung, number 5, some minutes of rest. And here he comes in again, giving him the ball in charge of Kongguk. And here's Mbuye with a hook pass, going a little too fancy with it. Number 11, Chung Ki-hyung, got some butterfingers that slips out of his possession.
What a rebound by Freddie Mbuye. You know, there was 2 guys going up with him, and he was just like Superman. He just grabbed it and pulled it down. A little bit of a fancy pass right there, which led to a bit of a sloppy, you know, slop and slap. But, you know, so good to watch. I love seeing athletes like that.
I enjoy watching it, and to be fair, they do have the lead, but again, emphasis on the fact where we both, Ben and you and I, really enjoy watching Freddie Mbuye. And, you know, despite him not being the lead scorer, he's actually been fantastic with setting up those screens and moving around and creating the space for Kongguk University.
It's very hard to find a player like that who can do the unselfish stuff and just set the screens and let, you know, others hit the shots. And from the looks of the body language, he hasn't complained at all.
There's a long 2 made by Zhang Shenrui, number 34. And here comes the dribble drive. That dribbles out, though, as Mbuye draws a foul on what looks to be Zhang Shenrui.
Well, looks like we're going to see a pair of bank shots from the free throw line. Look at that. Freddie grabs it, went up, and then someone pulled him on the back, and he said, yeah, that was an easy foul. But notice something, Taylor, before we led up to this point, that was this Zhejiang was applying that press, you know, to try to put a bit of pressure on Kongguk. So good to see that they're being innovative.
He launches them pretty high up, I gotta say.
But powerfully. It's almost like he's throwing it like a baseball.
Right, that's quite a lob. A little bit too much juice for Mbuye. There you go.
That's a bit better.
Look, I'll take it. It's a reset. Gets the first one out of the way, makes the second bucket.
Look, he's a big. You know, these guys are known for their shooting, so it's all good.
But also, that also leads to the question, though. You know, they're always drawing fouls since other players are physical on them. So you'd think that they would be pretty used to those free throw opportunities, but it is what it is.
Shaquille O'Neal, right?
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah,
tell
you know,
me about it.
once upon a time they used to send Shaq to the free throw line, but he got better.
Right.
And you know, that set that evolution of bigs, that if you're big, you can't just dunk, block, and rebound. You got to shoot from the free throw line.
Right. You've got to have a little bit more depth in the
100%.
features that you just mentioned.
100%.
And here is Zhang going in tough against Mbuye, and the crowd finally cheering for their university.
Put that on Instagram, because that was a very, very strong move and hard to beat Mbuye.
Yeah. Having to play up against Freddie Mbuye is going to be tough for any team in the AUBL series here.
No, I can potentially see him being a top player in this competition. Early days yet, but you know what?
Sure.
Okay, that was, he just tried to curl around and tried to get around for the extended layup. And this man right here, he is blinking because he's just working his socks off.
Yeah, he's making a valiant effort when it comes to man-to-man defense against Mbuye. But again, Mbuye's agility and ability to just move around, unlike a typical center that we see, it's tough.
Very, very athletic, very strong, and hopefully we'll see more players like that throughout the week and grow with the AUBL.
Crowd is quiet. Second shot is missed.
Well, they weren't complaining about that one.
Oh, definitely not.
6 minutes to go.
Still some hope for Zhejiang University, but 23 points, that's quite a bit to chip away. But here he comes, number 8, Liu Kaibo.
Are we seeing a deja vu of game 2 today? Maybe, maybe.
Or are we going nuts?
Yeah. Oh, upstairs.
Might be going to Lulu as Freddie Mbuye answers right back. He says, no, 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 keeping that lead. Here's 25, Ren Hong Yen. Ooh, ball gets poked out, and here comes Konkuk. They turn over and touchdown for number 7, Yo Chen Young. Or, I apologize, Chung Ki-hyung.
That's all right.
Will get the bucket.
You're human. We're all human. We do it. I do it all the time. But what a move. You know, one thing I like about this Konkuk team, their players, once they get it, they can just accelerate and just, you know, you can't catch them.
Yeah.
You know, you can't catch them, and they're just like amazing to watch with the dribble. On the move, they just put it away, can't be caught. And that's something you can't really coach.
Yeah, like you said, put them on 5th gear, and it's really hard to stop the men in white as we see 11, Chung Ki-hyung, the beautiful coast-to-coast finish.
Yeah, they get the steal.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to head coach Kwon Ju-sang as well as assistant coach Kwon Ju. Jun-sang has been the head coach since 2004, so he knows his stuff. He's got plenty of experience coaching university ball out in the South Korean region. Freddie Mbuye's stats to see 12 points and 3 steals from a big. Again, we'd love to see the versatility in these guys.
Well, he's already got a double-double. Did you see that? 11 rebounds.
Yes.
So he's I think he's a contender for player of the game. I might be able to get my fried rice back, or half of it anyway.
That may be our first double-double that we've seen tonight so far.
Yep. So great to see. Fantastic to see.
And again, technically he is a local player for Konkuk University. Here he is going in tough, having to guard up against number 18, Zhao Wenze.
That's really good by this guy right here. I mean, he hasn't been afraid to really go up and against the bigs, and you know, Freddie's got to feel that he's not unstoppable. He is stoppable. Anybody is stoppable. Let's have a look right here. And bumps it, bullies it, goes upstairs, tries to kiss it off the glass, and Nyo Yabwa now at the line because of too much contact.
Now Mbuye needs to be a little bit more cautious. He's got his third personal foul now.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, can't put that away.
Yeah, we got 2 players in a little bit of foul trouble, including number 1 Kim Jun-young. Almost, or less than 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Here comes Yo Chun-young. There's a reset, swinging it to the right side of the ring for the 3-piece, but no good.
Good chase down. Very, very good chase down by Freddie.
Yeah, big thanks to Mbuye for getting those second chance opportunities for Konkuk University. And here's the switch off finish for number 14, Baek Young.
Baek Young just switched on the afterwards and put it up high. What a move. That is a highlight Instagram moment. Mr. Producer, look at this. Yep, went upstairs, took the elevator, off the glass and in. Tough, tough, strong move. What a bucket.
Ren Hai-young trying to go in for the ambush block. Instead, he's going to get a personal foul as Baek Young gets the free throw opportunity now. Score is 60-32. Zhejiang with 12 points in this quarter versus Konkuk University 11. And ball gets poked out of bounds. Still Zhejiang's possession.
I don't mean to say anything about Zhejiang, but they have to increase their physicality. They, just to slow this Konkuk University team down. A bit animated right there, but it is what it is because they've got a big deficit to try to pull back. That is not a pretty scoreboard. 20. Oh, that is all over the shop. Anyway, but rotations are very, very important. They just got to stay strong. Go in a bit of a run and see what happens.
Here's a 3-2 zone run by Konkuk University. They get the board. Ooh, body hit the floor by Zhejiang. And here's the pass to Mbuye.
What was that, a karate chop leg or something?
Yeah. A kick up, maybe.
Something like that, Jack.
Or a can kick.
Can kick. Let's look at this. Freddie, he was just trying to do a run up and then, Neo Yabwa was just trying to slow him down with the legal guarding position. But okay, Freddie, step up and give us your free throw. Bank shots.
Yeah, whatever works. Let's see if he could get 2 this time around. He's got 12 points. He's 4 for 6 from the free throw line.
He just needs to get a little bit lower with his knees. I notice once he does that, he puts them away. Watch this. If he gets a little bit lower, he'll get it in.
I think he heard you. Ooh, around and out it goes.
Yeah, his kneecaps was squinging a little bit.
It's all about following through. Maybe he got to work on those knees.
Fatigue is kicking in. Don't forget, Konkuk have been running hard in the first period, or the first half.
Now they got a 28-point lead. Here's Zhejiang. There's a bit of a scramble in the paint. And unfortunately, Zhejiang couldn't close it out.
You know what, Taylor? This quarter, it's turned into a little bit scrappy at the moment. The pretty basketball has stopped a little bit, and it's more survival basketball.
Number 11, Sun Ki-hyung, gets subbed out, getting some rest. His baseline pass, drawing a foul.
Well, that was a good move by, applying Neo Yabwa, on as the main big right now. So that's just giving them a different variation because Chung Shua Ray was struggling in the first half. So he's actually making some inroads here, Yabwa. So, but he needs to get some production from the free throw line. There you go. He heard me.
Telepathy, people. As Lee Jae-seo gets a personal foul. Nyo Yenbo has logged in 6 minutes, and from the free throw line, he's only gotten in 33% of his shots. Again, sometimes it's a charity strike, sometimes it's a wing and a prayer.
Well, where we'll go protecting and driving.
Kim Joo-young at the wing. There's a dribble drive reset. Ooh, too strong of a ball.
tried to keep it alive. That was smart by tapping it to the side, but
Trying to prevent the backcourt violation, and instead that gets poked out of bounds.
that's it. There's the tap right there. That was smart, but he got shoveled off by Liu Cho-shur and just hit the deck sliding like a breakdancer. And Lucy said, what? There's that man right there. He's pretty good today, Chang Yong. More of a 2 and a 1 at times.
I feel like in this quarter, Konkuk still has control of the reins, but we've had a lot of dead balls and a lot of pauses in between, as you know, it's a little bit of a grind, and that is going to wear out both teams respectively. Bodies hit the floor, and it's a travel call made.
Travel violation, and yeah, no, I do agree with you to a certain degree. I mean, they really tried it out, and certain things haven't been working, and where do you go to from here? I mean, this is a great test in mental toughness to like try to claw it back. Shanghai University almost pulled it off today, but they just ran, you know, I mean, ran out of 3-point. I mean, they hit the 3 points at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Three big 3-pointers only like in the last 3 minutes. They needed to do that earlier.
Yeah.
But would you notice one thing, Taylor, that the People's Republic of Korea University team, they're stacked with some pretty good shooters.
Yeah, absolutely. A bunch of sharpshooters, and you know, to circle back to Shanghai Jiao Tong University, it was a little too late for them. Now it might be the same case for Zhejiang University with under 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, well, if they can just get it to 40, I think that's a bit of a 6-0 run. I think that's a good start. And then after that, see what happens in the fourth quarter. I mean, the thing is, how do you react to your opponent?
And Konkuk taking no chances. Freddie Mboye is still on the court, and so is Yo Chen Young. And here's the dribble drive. Bak Young with a long 2.
No problem. No problem at all with hitting the jumper and getting the deuce.
Bak Young, 12 points, 3 for 10 from the field. And here is at number 6, Shao Pengyu with a handoff. At the top is Niu Yanbo. 7 seconds left, lobs it. Pay attention to the clock. They got to make some moves under the baseline. And here's a scoop pass, another shot clock violation for Zhejiang University.
That was quite hilarious. He was just trying not to travel, and he was just like a ballerina,
Yes.
just like pushing it. It was like, where's the ball going? So that's that big man right there. It was funny to watch, but good effort though.
Yeah, I like the twinkle toe comparison. As we have number 2 coming in, Kim Chung-hearn, logging into the game. He's logged in 3 minutes, has yet to score in the game. From the top, Lee Jae-soo to Kim.
Oh, good steal.
Side pass goes into the hands of Zhejiang University. And a lob, there's a downhill drive, but butterfingers by Niu Yanbo.
Time and shoot for it.
Catch and shoot, falls for Kim Tae-kyung.
That is too good. Making kimchi from the outside, that's what you call it. And it's tasty.
You leave him wide open, and he's going to make those buckets. 22 points, 8 for 13 from the field. He might be player of the game if Konkuk takes the win. There's a spin, a long 2 falls.
That's better. That's much better. You know, bring your shooters into it. Well done, Liu Cho-shur. Need a bit more of that. Try to get it to 40 before the end of the third period.
Yeah, he's got 2 personal fouls, and now he ties that up with his first 2 points in the game. Here's the pump fake, sidestep 3. Ricochets far out, though. Second chance is given once again to Konkuk.
Fantastic up fakes to get them to commit. Well done by Konkuk University.
Konkuk trying to thread the needle, and the whistle comes for... Looks to be Zhejiang University, as they also have subs coming into the game. Number 25, Ren Haoyan returns. Under a minute left to go, as we have Lee Jae-soo at the line.
I don't want to say anything yet. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion, but the way they're playing, the way they're approaching this, the effort is there by Zhejiang University, but I don't think they've got the tools to execute a comeback.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that. They don't have the tools, and they're just not as well-rounded as Konkuk University is overall.
Now that day one is almost done, it's getting quite clear who the top teams are.
Yeah. And already, just by day one, we're already seeing the potential top contenders. That's some really exciting stuff. And Zhejiang draws a foul. Free throws should be coming.
And some of those top contenders are from this country, the People's Republic of Korea. Let's have a look at the replay right here. On the drive, the dish. Went up, got the contact, nice. And a bit more of that, please, says Zhejiang University. But will time be on their side?
That's going to be Lee Jae-seo's second personal foul with 32 seconds left in the in the regulation. In the third quarter, number 2, Liu Qiushi for the free throw, trying to get the second chance shot.
Shot didn't count, says the ref.
Nope. They're going to reset.
Yeah.
Another free throw opportunity will give them another chance.
This is the big fella, Yuan He-young. He's got 4 points and 7 rebounds. Bricks that.
Chuck the first one. Let's see if he can get the second one down. And down the hatchet it goes. And now are with 38 points. So unfortunately, Ben, they might not be able to make it to 40 points. Look, 24 seconds is still a lot of time in regulation with 16 on the shot clock for Konkuk.
See what happens.
Sure, and Kim Jun-young with the drive in. Kickball violation.
Kickball violation, 14 seconds, 13.2 to go. And Mr. Freddie Mbuyi on the bench. So it looks like the coach of Konkuk just, pacing this one a little bit.
10 seconds. Kim Joo-young at the helm, swings it to the wing, and a reset with a three-point shot by Kim Jun-young, and he lets it rain over Binjiang Gymnasium.
Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. How many threes have they hit in this third quarter? And just as we were wanting a very, very close game, I don't think that's going to be a reality. But I'm going to say this as we're watching the highlights right now. Zhejiang University are trying their guts out. Full credit to them for the effort. And a lot of the crowd is, as you can see here, Taylor, they're leaving, and that's never a good sight, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is a Monday night. People got work, they got their jobs, they got school tomorrow. So, we're seeing them slowly clear out. But don't forget, we have plenty of days of exciting gameplay Tuesday, Wednesday, and a day off on Thursday. Score now 68-38. Zhejiang with a 30-point deficit at their own home stadium right now.
Now, let's have a look at the stats right here. And yeah, it's just very, very compelling. The Konkuk University team out rebounding. Free throws, the three-pointers, look at that, 8 three-pointers versus just 1. That is the major, major difference. And in terms of, steals, look how many times Konkuk has stolen the ball from the blue team, 11 steals. So, the press is working, the shooting is working, and that's why they have a very, very big lead.
Yeah, it's working out in Konkuk's favor. And again, with a head coach with such experience, a win is looking pretty possible for the men in white. Again, don't want to say anything, don't want to get too ahead of ourselves as we see some moving highlights. Starting off with Chung Ki-hyuk.
Yeah, that was really, really good in the third quarter. They just kept pounding it on. Zhejiang did improve a little bit, and they tried to use and beat the Congo team at their own game by penetrating and getting in the paint. But the shooting was the major difference. Not just three-point shooting, but you know how they take those jumpers, those middies, those mid-range jumpers. It was just so good to watch. And look at that man right there. Probably a contender for player of the game with 22 points and 2 assists. That is Kim Dae-kyun.
Yeah, he's making the majority of those threes. Earlier, I believe we saw 8 threes made by Konkuk University overall. So he has been dominant in the perimeter shooting aspect. Again, might be a contender for the three-point shooting competition later on in this week as we start off the final quarter for Game 4. And this is Group A game play between Konkuk University and Zhejiang University. Here's the long 2, but that's Airmail Express for you.
Shot did not go down. Long way to go. Again, if Zhejiang can just apply a little bit of a press, and you know, there's nothing to lose because you've got one more quarter left of basketball. Just press it, iron it out, and see what happens. But you got to protect the ball, and that's what's costing them at the moment. They're turning the ball over a little bit too carelessly.
And you know, Ben, you talked about how could Konkuk University actually keep that momentum, control the game, and so far they certainly have, and the head coach is taking no chances. We see the starting 5 players, they all have 20-plus minutes on the court right now, giving them very little time to rest on the bench. But here we see Freddie Mboye still getting some time to rest, luckily for him, as Konkuk gets possession of the ball once again.
Well, to answer your point, I mean, Congo, air ball right there, but Congo, I think they just want to save, and they save their best players, and they just want to minimize any injury risks.
There's a skip to Zhang Xuanrui going ISO. There's a mouse in the house, and he gets the hook shot finish.
That's a nice one, the running hook by Zhang Xuanrui. That's a little bit better. If they can finish off with about 10 points in this quarter or 12 points like that in the interior, yeah, good. That's a win for them.
There's the long 2 that rattles out. Drawing a foul, that's number 3, Ha Ju-hyung. We see him for the first time in today's matchup. Sticky fingers for number 3. Now we have number 8 from Zhejiang, Liu Kaibo, logging into the game.
Some changes here for the Zhejiang team, which is good, giving some role plays, a little bit more game time. They've got to bounce back after this, the Zhejiang team. And still will be their ball with about 9 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, back-to-back fouls made by Konkuk. This time is Kim Chung-hearn, number 2 from the white side. Starting from the baseline, once again, 9 seconds on the shot clock. And here's the bucket.
Yeah, the running basket right there by the big fella, Yuan Hee Yang. That was much better. Oh,
backcourt violation.
Backcourt violation. Oh, look. Looks like I was right there. Applying some sort of half-court press, and it has resulted in some dividends. Again, can they just keep chipping away at it? Can they win it? I'm not so sure, but you got one should try. Look at that.
Ooh, poked out.
Good stuff. That's good. That's good D. That's good pressing D.
Yeah. You know, Zhejiang, again, as you said, credit goes to them. They're not giving up, but they're just not as effective as they could be up against the Konkuk University. Possession goes to Zhejiang.
Good hustle, though, by Konkuk. Very good hustle to stick with the play.
Holding foul called.
Oh, this stadium is half empty.
Hey, now.
That's sad. But it's okay.
All right, now.
You know, we're not bringing out the
Hey, it could be past people's bedtime, you know, 9:30. People can like be working at 5 a.m. or something like that. You don't know.
You never know.
We don't know. We can't assume. 7 minutes, 50 seconds left, and there's a slip and slide on the court for number 7.
Double dribble. Goes the other way.
(68-42) is what you're seeing on the scoreboard.
It's a huge lead. So we've had 2 games today. which are close, and 2 games today which are relatively blowout victory. No disrespect to this game, which is not done yet, but it's looking like it's going to be quite a big one.
Yeah, we've got a good mix of variations of the games. These 4 games here as Dong recovers the ball. Now we hear some fans shouting, and he gets another scoop under the basket.
That's a good move by the very, very strong and powerful Soiree.
I want to call him Tank. He's now logged in 10 points, 5 for 8 from the field. And a wide open 3. It does not fall, but here's a 2, and they will certainly take it thanks to Yo Chen Young.
Yo Chen Young, that was an excellent putback, excellent second chance effort. And that's what Konkuk has done, another thing that they've done really well today, those second chance, those rebounds. And that's why they're winning in that department, and that's why they're winning on the scoreboard.
There's a body bump up against Zhejiang's own number 11, Xu Ziming. Possession still with the men in blue with 14 seconds left of the shot clock. There's the 3, and he forces the bank open.
Xiao Xiujie, the management graduate. That was excellent management of the situation, and as he hit the 3.
Good play on words. There's a hook pass from the corner. Konkuk trying to answer back with no avail. Here's a coast-to-coast. Fans at Bingjang Gymnasium going nuts for the bucket.
5-0 run. 5-0 run. Like I said, finished strong.
Yeah.
21 points.
Again, having that nothing to lose kind of mentality, probably helping picking up the momentum for Zhejiang University. And with the remaining fans left, well, they are quiet once again as number 13, Kim Shae-on, drops in for his first 3 today.
Well, what a time to get your opening bucket.
Absolutely.
Out.
And here's Xu Zuming. 8 seconds left. He's slowly driving into the paint. No help, though. Kim Chung-hearn gets the steal, and at the wing, here's the 3-piece attempt. No. No biscuit for Konkuk.
You're making me hungry now.
Sorry. I know. I'm thinking of food, too. One track mind, number 0, Tao Sijie for the bucket. Another one.
Hey, what's Konkuk doing? Are they going to sleep and thinking about dinner already? Hey, come on, they can't take the foot off the gas. There's 5.5 minutes to go.
Absolutely, there's still plenty of time. Look, it's not impossible for Zhejiang University to climb back again. We're hearing some very vocal fans here at Bingjang Gymnasium, you know, keeping the energy alive for the men in blue. And here's Lee Jong-hong shaking off Zhejiang University, once again quieting them down. It's a lot of back and forth right now, and as you mentioned earlier, there was a 5-possession run earlier for Zhejiang University.
This is a much better effort by Zhejiang University. Unfortunately, they've left it a little bit late, but if they can just forward a run, oh, that needed to go down.
Oof, way off target. Number 0, Tao Sijie bricks it. As Yo, once again at the helm, and number 10, Lee Jae-soo runs the pick and pop opportunity. He's not much of a shooter, so he's going to go for the downhill screen, but the long 2 goes in and out. Ooh, drawing a foul. That's going to be number 2, Kim Chung-hearn's personal foul.
Let's have a look at this, yeah. Just a nudge on the shoulder and give him a tickle underneath the armpit to make him laugh, and throw him off his game, but he goes to the bench. Kim Chung-hearn, solid game, and this man right here, Kim Tae-kyun, probably the player of the game. 4:26 to go, Tae, 22 seconds on the shot clock.
And something to take note, Freddie Mboye has yet to make an appearance in the final quarter with less than 4.5 minutes left. Here's 16, Dai Xiaofen.
That was a bit of high contact, as they say in rugby, a high tackle.
That's Sun Kan-min's first personal.
Yep, there's the, the bicep just hit him in the face and the nose. That's going to bruise a bit tonight.
Yeah, it almost looks like he kind of rammed into that arm as well. Game continues. 4 minutes, 14 seconds left. The long two does not fall.
Sure, Jack, getting some decent open looks, you know. If those shots went down, that's a 9-point swing.
Yeah.
But, no, sorry, not maybe it's meant to be, maybe it's not meant to be. But you know what? I like the effort.
And again, this is really a reflection, or just very similar in what we're seeing Groundhog Day with Shanghai Jiaotong University, where it was a little bit too little, too late. Now, the score was a lot closer than what we're seeing right now. But again, you know, interesting to have these comparisons in day one.
Absolutely. Day one has brought a lot of good things, and congratulations to all the teams today. You know, 8 teams making the effort, making the trip to get here, and the timeout is called. Don't forget, everyone, join us tomorrow at 11:30 p.m. And that's right, AM, sorry.
There we go.
Getting my clocks wrong. Like 11:30, maybe 11:30 p.m. somewhere else around the world, but 11:30 a.m. in Hangzhou time should be 4 more amazing games of AUBL basketball. And that's a good move, strong move to the tin by Shua Ray.
And don't forget, you know, with every team getting a day off, we still have yet to see the likes of Zhengzhou University, Tairen, Peking, as well as Tsinghua University. They're going to be making their debuts tomorrow in the same schedule that we have tonight. Less of a delay, of course, with no opening ceremony from tomorrow on out. As we have the stats here for Zhang Xuanrui, 10 points, 3 big rebounds, and 1 assist.
Nah, he's done well. He's done okay, but you know, he got bossed around today by Freddie and Bouye, and that's just a fact. And it is what it is. Bigger, stronger, but time to get back into it.
Yeah, was it good to see a late bounce back? I mean, it was late, but a bounce back nonetheless. So let's see how they fare playing in the oncoming game. Zhejiang, here's number 10 for the bucket. And a putback does not fall, and here comes a second chance for Zhang Xuanrui.
More like the third chance. He missed the bunny on the second. I was like,
No
what?
kidding.
Oh, that's funny. 7 points. 1 hung.
Look away pass at the corner for 3. Number 23, Sun Kangmin. He's 100% from the field. Liu Kaibo coming in with
Nice.
scoop. Ooh, rattles
That's
in.
a nice move.
Great finish for number 8.
Liu Kaibo, crafty move by the sports management, sports science student.
He's got 13 points and 2 steals. Slight pump fake, the underhand scoop, and a curl in for 13, Kim Sheon.
So you notice, Taylor, there's a bit of hezzies going on with the Kongguk University team, a bit of hesitation to take the shots. I mean, hey, you've got the groove, just take the shot, man.
Yeah. Ooh, there's that hand smack by number 25, Ren Haiyang.
78-55. Ren Haiyang with 9 points.
And that is it for him. He has fouled out number 25, Ren Haiyang. So he is out for the remainder of the game with less than 2.5 minutes. Coast-to-coast pass, turnover. Ball is back to Kongguk. You see 15 steals for the men in white with only 4 from Zhejiang University. Again, you see that hustle and pressure applied onto Zhejiang University. And they're taking their time. Again, as you said, Ben, more reserved, a little bit more hesitant. 2.3 seconds with the shot. Whoa.
That is air ball to the max, so.
It looked good until it didn't.
Yeah, well, you know, one co-commentator once told me, nothing but net from the outside.
Ah, that's a good one too.
It is a good one. I've used that a few times. It's quite funny, but I just feel horrible when I say that because I know that trying to hit a three-point shot is the hardest thing in basketball, so I try not to critique too much, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, look, we can make a little fun. There's no ill will on any of the players.
True.
We're just trying to make it, we're storytellers, we're trying to make it entertaining for the viewers, and unfortunately got another chuck.
Off target.
Yeah, off target 3 there.
over 90 seconds. Well, just over.
Kim Tae-kyung with a drive in. Beautiful scoop there.
And they've got this, Tae. They've got this. They've absolutely got this. Konkuk University from Seoul, Korea, the People's Republic of Korea.
Tim K with that scoop. Tim Tae-kyung now has 24 points under his stats belt. Take a look at that replay. Here he is. He waits for the kill, and there's the drive in up against Zhang Shen-rui. And more subs coming in. 1 minute, 17 seconds left. And Zhang Shen-rui might be done for the remainder of the game. He's hustled hard in the second half.
He tried very hard, I give him that. But you know what? You were just up against a much more superior team who brought a style of basketball tonight which was just super effective and more all-round.
Yeah, it's quite compelling to watch. Konkuk is their upcoming game in this tournament will be up against Peking University. That's going to be at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening. Peking, another very strong team coming from the region of China.
They have always been traditionally very strong in both their men's program and their women's program.
So we see 19 personal fouls on both sides. A little bit of adjustment in this particular quarter. 5 for Konkuk, 2 for Zhejiang. Here's a catch and release for Sun Kang-min.
That reverse was good by Tae-kyun. So more buckets piling up. I think because Freddie and Bouye didn't play much in the second half, I think that honors of player of the game will go to him. Should be anyway.
Let's see, Liu Kaibo coming around the mountain. Here he comes, and the and one.
Here he comes, coming around the mountain. Here we go, here we go.
Let's take a look at that replay as a foul call made on Lee Jae-soo. Well, he'll be at the line. 36 seconds left in regulation. Now he has 16 points.
Converts the three-point play, so finishing strong. Finishing strong to try to make this a 20-point ball game. They tried, they really tried, but they were outgunned today.
Skip to Lee. From the top, he's gonna shave off as many seconds as possible. Catch and release goes off mark. There's full court pressure on Zhejiang still. Let's see if they can make a bucket to conclude game 4. 5 seconds left to go. Here's a skip and a spin, putting Konkuk in a spin, and way to finish the game. Zhejiang University with 62 points. Konkuk, though, dominant with 82 points, respectively.
You spin me right round, baby, right round. If you remember that song, and that's how he did it. And you know what? Not a win, but an excellent way to finish the game in front of this home crowd who would be a little bit disappointed. But you know what? That's not what it's all about sometimes. It's about competing, and that's what AUBL 2025 is all about. Players handshaking. It was entertaining in patches, Taylor, in my opinion.
Absolutely, yeah, I would agree with that sentiment. Again, talking about the variety of games and, you know, the diversity that we're seeing amongst the players.
接下来呢，即将为大家带来的是全场最佳球员的颁奖仪式。接下来我们即将为您呈现的是最佳球员的颁奖环节，由官方主赞助商CSPark为您呈现。
Well, not much to say. 10 3-pointers, that's already 30 points, so that's why they pushed out to such a big lead. You know, sharing the ball a lot more, stealing the ball a lot more. Rebounding, they were okay. You know, free throws, they were not bad, but it was just those big ticket items like the 3-pointers, the steals, and the assists, and that's what led to Konkuk University getting a big 20-point victory tonight.
Yeah, Konkuk University able to take advantage of creating turnovers to touchdowns. As we have the Konkuk University huddling up, maybe a post-game tradition that they have, as we have our MCs eventually announcing player of the game to conclude day one. Again, we're here at Binjiang Gymnasium for the entirety of the week, with group play up until Wednesday night.
最佳球员的是来自建国大学的5号球员
Number 5 is going to be Kim Tae-kyung.
Yeah, as expected.
Absolutely. Now we'll have our social media guru Zoe doing the post-game interview very shortly.
Great game, what a great game.
I better see that stuffed toy.
You're obsessed with that stuffed toy.
Hey,
Good.
It's all about fairness.
总法律顾问为他颁奖。Ladies and gentlemen, let's give one person welcome. Isaac Low, AUBL co-founder, general counsel, to present the award to our player of the game.
Got a little bit of
看向镜头
some adjustments needing to be
合
made
影
for
留
the
念。
AUBL billboard.
好，
There's
谢
Isaac,
谢。
the head of legal
One more
at the
time.
Real League,
Isaac Low,
making that
okay.
presentation.
Thank you. Great.
and that's great to
Congratulations
see.
one more time. And how do you feel right now?
And there's the interview.
感觉如何？好了，可能他只是来想，只是想要跟他们分享一下此刻的感受而已。一两句就可以，我们知道，虽然说我们之间呢有一点语言上的一些小小的障碍，但是呢，我觉得表达自己开心的心情是大家都能感受到的。Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, great game, great three-pointer is so good. 好 ，OK， 那接下来呢，我们将有请他来到我们的背板前来进行一个采访，Yeah， 那在此呢，也再次的感谢现场的所有的球迷朋友们的关注和支持。今晚的节目就这样到此圆满结束了，让我们再次恭喜获胜的球队 Tonight。
观众朋友们，您正在收看的是2025亚洲大学生篮球联赛的比赛直播。站在我旁边的是刚刚获得夸克最佳球员奖的，来自建国大学的5号球员。Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching AUBL, and standing beside me is the number 5 from Konkuk University. 首先，我即将问他一下拿到本场比赛夸克最佳球员奖的一个感受。First, I need you to share your feelings winning this award and have this winning of the games.
초비를 받아서 이 초비를 받아 후에 어떻게 생각해요?
제가 잘한 게 아니라 팀원들이 다 모두 최선을 다했기 때문에 저는 슛이 잘 들어가서 이 트로피를 받을 수 있어서 기쁘고 팀원들한테 항상 고맙고 감독님 코치님한테 항상 감사하다고 생각하고 있습니다.
他的意思就是这次拿到这个奖项，不仅是他个人的发挥，也跟教练团队和队友的支持分不开。所以这里他也想拿这个奖项的机会，来感谢他的朋友和他的教练和他的队友们。
The players just tell me to winning the Quaker Player of the Game, not only because his own performance, but also thanks to all the teams, thanks to the coaches, thanks everyone. 球员呢？我们相信也很多我们的球迷朋友们是通过夸克来了解到 AUBL， 了解到建国大学，了解到这么优秀的学生球员。那么我们也想听听球员有什么想要对球迷们来说的话。I believe a lot of fans know AUBL and know Konkuk University, know the players through Quakers. And could you share the message you want to send to the fans?
팬들에게 무슨 말하고 싶어요?
항상 지켜봐 주시는 팬들한테 응원해 주셔서 감사한다고 말씀드리고 싶고 또 항상 저희 더 좋은 경기력으로 보답할 테니까 많은 응원해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
大家能喜欢我的比赛，我非常开心，希望大家以后能多多支持我。
Thanks to all the fans like my games. Thank you everyone for supporting me. Hopefully in the future more and more fans will like me and supporting me. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would say we've had a pretty successful day one of the AUBL tournament. What are your final thoughts, Ben?
No, it was a great. I mean, it was an entertaining game. It wasn't a great game, but you know what, Kim Tae-kyun with 26 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals. That was very, very impressive. It was really impressive with the way Kongguk shot the ball extremely well from the outside, and they were very consistent. So to me, them and Hae-tu-jin have set the pace in this very, very early days. But like you said, we haven't seen some of the other teams as yet. So, but it's exciting. You know what? These two teams have set the pace for day one. Who can set the pace after 2 days of competition? And we'll soon find out in the next 24 hours. So no complaints. Loving this moment. Loving working with you. And loving working with the AUBL.
Now we're looking forward to seeing more exciting games. Stay tuned and make sure to follow AUBL_basketball on Instagram, and follow along on their website AUBL.com. And just like that, day one is concluded. Ben, I want to thank you so much for being here. Pleasure working with you, and it's been a pleasure bringing you AUBL games. And have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Night, everyone.